senior parents.
I can hear you. I can see you walking down. What the?
Your attention, please. Senior parents, please move to where you need to be. I'm assuming you've been told that. Thank you.
Sean. Where the parents are.
You haven't started the stream. Oh, you did.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on a beautiful Saturday afternoon to the Olathe District Activity Center for Senior Day festivity. Our first senior is Nick Allen. Nick is a backspot from Gardner, Kansas. He's a kinesiology major and a four-year team member. Today he is escorted by his parents, Gary and Lisa Allen. After graduation, he plans to expand his education in healthcare. Nick Allen, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we have Stanley Coates. Stanley is a backspot from Kansas City, Kansas. Stanley is a biology and chemistry major, four-year team member, all-conference cheerleader, and captain. Today, he is escorted by his parents, Calvin and Joe Coates. After graduation, he plans to attend medical school. Stanley Coates. Next, we have Caitlin Colahan. Caitlin is a main base from Paola, Kansas. Caitlin is a nursing major and four-year team member. Today, she's being escorted by her parents, Matt and Brenda Gibson. After graduation, Caitlin plans on becoming a NICU nurse. Caitlin Colahan. Next, we have Cora Fritzmeyer. Cora is a base from Hutchinson, Kansas. Cora is a psychology and sociology major and four-year team member. Today, she is escorted by her mom, Lori Hurt, and fiance, Dylan Barker. After graduation, she plans to get her master's in counseling to become a school counselor. Cora Fritzmeyer. Next, we have Riley George. Riley is a main base from Paola, Kansas. Riley is a nursing major and a four-year team member. Today, she is escorted by her parents, Eric and Melissa George. After graduation, she plans to work as a nurse in the Casey area while planning a wedding and enjoying new life adventures. Riley George. Next, we have Ava Miller. Ava is a flyer from Olathe, Kansas. Ava is a marketing major, three-year team member, and captain. Today, she's escorted by her mom, Heather Miller. After graduation, she plans to pursue a job in event planning. Ava Miller. Next, we have Gerald Picado. Gerald is a backspot from Gardner, Kansas. Gerald is a criminal justice major and second-year team member. Today he's escorted by Coach Pana and Coach Ratzlaff. After graduation, he plans on attending the police academy. Gerald Picado. Next, we have Alyssa Robinson. Alyssa is a flyer and main base from Gardner, Kansas. Alyssa is a biology major with a minor in chemistry and a four-year team member. Today, she is escorted by her parents, Michael and Brandy Robinson. After graduation, she plans on going to dental school. Alyssa Robinson. Next, we have Talia Thompson. Talia is a flyer from Copros Cove, Texas. Talia is a general ministry major with a psychology minor and four-year team member. Today she is escorted by her parents, Matthew and Tracy Thompson. After graduation, she plans to enter full-time ministry as an associate pastor. Talia Thompson. Lastly, we have Autumn Wright. Autumn is a side base from Olathe, Kansas. Autumn is a nursing major, a four-year team member, all-conference cheerleader, and captain. Today she is escorted by her parents, Stephen and Joy Wright. After graduation, she plans on becoming an RN. Autumn Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, your cheer seniors. As we continue today's senior recognitions, please direct your attention to the north end of the field as we begin our introductions of the 2023 senior class. Our first senior, number 2, Paul St. Louis. A wide receiver from Naples, Florida, majoring in sports management and minoring in coaching. Paul is being joined on the field by his mother, Paulette St. Louis, and his sister, Dolene St. Louis. Paul's favorite memory at MNU was the football cookout at the lake. After graduation, he plans to be a personal trainer and coach football. Number 5, Caleb Bryant, a running back from Sierra Vista, Arizona, majoring in sports management. He's being joined on the field by his friend Tyrell Coleman. Caleb plans to pursue a career in the NFL after he graduates. Number 10, Anthony Thau, a defensive back from Compton, California, majoring in business psychology. Joining Anthony on the field are his sisters Bonnie and Rachel Thau, girlfriend Isabel Martinez, son Noah Thau, and his uncle Roki and auntie Vanessa T. His favorite memory at MNU is stepping on the field with his brothers. After graduation, he plans on playing at the professional level and spreading the love of Jesus. Anthony wants to have an impact on the younger generations because they are the future. Number 17, Robert Menifee, a tight end from Houston, Texas, majoring in criminal justice. Robert is being joined on the field by his parents, Robert and Tammy Menifee. After graduation, Robert plans to start a career in law enforcement and training adolescents in baseball with the Houston Astros. Number 29, Jackson Maloney, a wide receiver from Lawrence, Kansas, majoring in sports management. Jackson is joined by his father, Tyrone Duckworth, and his mother, Martina Maloney. Jackson's favorite memory at MNU is receiving a football scholarship. After graduation, Jackson plans on coaching high school football. Number 71, Nate Florence, an offensive lineman from Wellington, Missouri, majoring in physical education. Nate is being joined on the field by his parents, Randy and Jan Florence. His favorite memory at MNU is beating Evangel University his freshman year and getting their first win. After graduation, Nate plans to be a teacher and coach. Number 83, Tez Cheney McLaren, a wide receiver from Cleveland, Ohio, majoring in sports management. Tez is accompanied by his girlfriend, Lindsay Fritz. After graduation, Tez plans to pursue a career in professional football. Number 98, Kevin Giffen, a defensive lineman from Palo Alto, California, majoring in accounting. Kevin is being joined on the field by his parents, Sean and Fatina Giffen, and family friends, Michael Foster and Sammy. After graduation, Kevin will be moving back to California and starting a career in accounting. Next, Peter Mitchell, a football manager from Olathe, Kansas, majoring in kinesiology with a minor in coaching. Peter is accompanied by his parents, Chris and Arla Mitchell. Peter's favorite memory at MNU was breaking the bricks at the football cookout last year. After graduation, Peter plans to attend grad school pursuing a Master's of Science degree in athletic training. Lastly, Sam Stevens, a football manager from Port Arthur, Texas, majoring in psychology. Sam is escorted by his friend and fellow senior Kevin Giffen. His favorite memory at MNU is going out with friends and trying new authentic food places. After graduation, Sam will be attending grad school at MNU pursuing a master's in counseling. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 football senior class.
chill like right around there. Yeah. We're gonna get off. We're getting off.
Well, thanks for joining us here in Olathe, Kansas. We are at ODAC, the Olathe District Activity Center, set for some Pioneer football. Your host, the Mid-American Nazarene University Pioneers, at 6-2 here in about midway through the season, and 1-1 on the south side of the Heart of America Conference. They are hosting the visiting Missouri Baptist Spartans in town from St. Louis. Missouri Baptist making their debut in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, having a bit of a rough go, 1-6 here on the early season. Did get a win up at Clark, but 0-2 in the South Division. So the Spartans are going to receive. It is a cold, wet, rainy day out there, and right away we're seeing some ball handling issues as the kick was muffed and then recovered by the Spartans, returned out to about the 25, and right away we've got a player down. Joshua Munn on the return for the Spartans. And it is an injured Pioneer getting up very slowly at the 25-yard line. I can't see his number just yet, but that is not an ideal way to start this ball game. I believe that's Matthew Podacek. Did get up and walked off on his own power, which is a welcome sight, but going to be a slick turf as it's temperatures in the high 30s, low 40s, rainy and windy, which may bode well for the Spartans given the Mid-American Nazarene, one of the higher scoring teams in the NAI, averaging about 30 points a game. See if the conditions can slow down their high-powered offense, but it'll be defense with their first crack at it. A handoff up the middle goes for a gain of 1, maybe 2. That's Darius Morrison, senior running back for the Spartans on the carry. Morrison, the team's leading rusher, at about 74 yards a game on the ground. Let's say he got 4 yards of forward progress. This time they fake it to Morrison, throw a little fade up the left sideline, and beautiful ball. I don't know if he got his feet in bounds. It looks like he did. What a catch by Gavin Claude. Claude, the Spartans' leading receiver. So going to their senior leaders early. Claude averaging about 68 yards a game receiving, goes up and snags one on right in front of the Pioneer bench. First down Spartans right at midfield. Shotgun snap for Cooper. His pass up the right seam is caught. It's going to be another first down. This one's Joshua Munn on the reception. Munn had issues holding onto the ball on the kick return. No issues that time. Moves the chains once again. Be 1st and 10 from the 39 for Missouri Baptist. Ball carrier is hit behind the line of scrimmage and brought down. What a play by Jonathan Brown, number 3 in the blue jerseys. Brown with a big hit. May have lost a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11 from the 40. Cooper Brown hands it off up the middle. That ball's on the turf. A couple Pioneers jumped on it. I believe Missouri Baptist will retain possession. It will. Big Xavier Tipler, senior offensive lineman, dove on the fumble for Missouri Baptist. Keeps the drive alive. It's about 3rd and a long 6. Cooper Brown in shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, little RPO, and wide open up the middle. It's intercepted. Jonathan Brown comes up with the pick. Fortunate for the Pioneers as that ball was put on the money by Cooper Brown. Hit his receiver in the chest. And again, we're dealing with some wet conditions. That ball popped right off his shoulder pads, and Jonathan Brown, right place, right time for the interception. Back-to-back plays for the Spartans. Turnover potential as they fumbled the handoff up the middle, recovered it, and then very next play had a wide open receiver in the middle of the field. Popped off his shoulder pads for the pick. So Pioneers see if they can take advantage of the fortuitous bounce. Couple of time conference player of the week, Adrian Parsons, takes the snap in shotgun. Parsons, quick screen. Got a blocker. He gains about 3 to the near sideline. Parsons going to his go-to man, Arlondis Mitchell. Parsons, a junior quarterback out of El Paso, Texas, put up some gaudy numbers this season. Coming off of a Hart Conference Player of the Week performance a week ago. There's that stretch out to the left side. That's Sean Cherry, the ball carrier. He's not going to pick up the first down. Going to be a long 1, maybe 2 to the line to gain here on 3rd and short. Pioneers up-tempo offense, no huddle. Parsons takes the snap. Going to hand it to Cherry again. Cherry met at the line of scrimmage. Don't think he got there. Could be a 3 and out for the Pioneers. Looks to be that way for now. They're going to send the punt unit on. I'm talking about a team that averages 30 points a game in the Pioneers, and that's a quick 3 and out. Wet, rainy conditions certainly playing a factor, and both offenses struggling a bit here. Missouri Baptist just ran on a punt returner at the very last second. There was nobody back deep. It's an excellent punt, and he's going to pin the Spartans, all the way back at the 15. A great punt by Grant Pella. That ball was kicked from the Pioneer 30. Completely flips the field. So defense comes up with a turnover. Then a heck of a special teams play. Puts the defense right back out there, but deep in Spartan territory. Cooper Brown in a pistol set. Now running back's going to shift right next to him. Takes the handoff up the middle. He's met for a gain of 1, maybe 2. It's Darius Morrison again with the carry. Calvin Broussard on the tackle. Broussard, 55, in the navy blue. Filling that A-gap for the Pioneer defensive line. And here's, that could be intentional grounding. I don't know if he was out of the, may have been out of the pocket. I'm not sure that ball got back to the line of scrimmage, but Cooper Brown under some serious pressure. Throws the ball into the Pioneer sideline. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Spartans. Brown in the shotgun, Morrison beside him. Surely looking for Gavin Claude. Nope, he's going to throw it to Morrison out of the backfield. He's short of the sticks. Morrison did make the catch, but it's going to be a gain of maybe 2. And we're going to trade 3 and out. So defense comes up big. Forces the turnover on the first drive. A quick 3 and out on drive number 2. Punt unit on for Missouri Baptist. And Devin Andrews back deep to return for the Pioneers. You foresee a low-scoring game given the conditions. And Missouri Baptist wants to talk things over. 4th and about 3. Don't know if they were having issues getting their personnel group out there for the punt, as they did on the punt return prior, or if they're going to talk about going for this here early on. Again, the Spartans just 1 and 6, playing a 6 and 2 Pioneer squad. Going to have to be awfully aggressive, and given the conditions, maybe even extra so. Although Pioneer's not anticipating a fake, they're going to go right back to their punt return. Devin Andrews back to return. This Missouri Baptist squad has played some very competitive games. Their opener against William Penn, a 6-2 loss. 6-2 a score you don't see every day. Not one we're wishing for today, but a low scoring potential. Played at number 2 in the country, Grandview, the following week, and that is an awfully tough place to play. Nobody's had much of a success there in Des Moines. A very short punt, and Pioneers are going to take over inside the 40, about the 38-yard line. Great field position. Jaden George, the punter for Missouri Baptist, did not get all of that one. Punting into the wind. It is a wet football, but Pioneers, the beneficiaries, got great field position. 1st and 10 from the 39. Here comes that high-octane offense. Parsons going to be in the shotgun all night. Game did get started about 30 minutes late from a lightning delay, and both teams maybe taking just a bit to get warmed up again. Quick pass from Parsons is incomplete. He was looking for Caleb Bryant out of the backfield. Bryant recognized before the game as senior day, as we had so many athletes and their families out here on the field at Olathe District Activity Center, recognized and celebrated for their careers as Pioneers. Bryant stays in the backfield. Play action. Parsons escapes the pocket, rolling right, looking for someone deep, decides to tuck it and run, and he turned the corner. Inside the 25, Parsons going to step out of bounds at the 24-yard line. There's pressure off the edge from Missouri Baptist, and Parsons got outside of him. Picks up a big first down, and Pioneers in the red zone, or just about, knocking on the door. Ball at the 23. Two-back set. Parsons does hand it off to Bryant, and he's met immediately. Caleb Bryant going to lose a couple. Giovanni Sains, the D tackle for Missouri Baptist, in the backfield instantly with the tackle for loss. So Pioneers go 4 wide. Parsons takes the shotgun snap. Got a crosser and goes to him, and it's off the hands, incomplete. I believe that's Menifee, who was the intended receiver. It is Robert Menifee, a senior tight end. Right off the hands. Again, we're dealing with that wet football, and he was punished for it too. Took a big hit. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Pioneers. Not sure how willing either coach is going to be to go with a field goal attempt in this weather. Parsons deep in the seam, back of the end zone. He got a foot down. That's a touchdown. What a ball from Parsons. That he connects with Arlandis Mitchell for the 26-yard strike and a Pioneer touchdown. We have seen both offenses struggling to catch the ball here early on. No problem that time for Mitchell. And a beautiful pass by Adrian Parsons. Pioneers lead 6-0. Going to go with the PAT. Not ideal kicking conditions. We'll see how, I believe it's Grant Pella, handles the point after. No problem, up and good. So Pioneers with a 7-0 lead here early on. 8:36 to go in the first. Taking full advantage of that short punt from the Spartans. Excuse me, Trevor Hiley on the point after attempt. Pella, the punter, both listed as kickers on my sheet here, but Pella with an excellent punt early on, but that was 46 Trevor Hiley with the point after. Decent crowd here at ODAC given the temperature and the rain, but we appreciate you joining us on MNU Sports YouTube channel, MNUsports.com. Always have a good crowd for MNU athletics there, joining us on the live stream. You can use that live chat feature as well. Interact with a solo broadcaster today. Just keep it positive, rooting for your guys, your team. Pella sends it deep. Caught at the 6-yard line. And hit hard by a couple of Pioneers. Crossed the 25, maybe the 27-yard line. was Marcellus Griffin on the return.
A return for the Spartans by number 8, Marcellus Griffin.
If that.
Tackle on the play made by number 25, Matthew Patusik. First and 10, Missouri Baptist.
Missouri Baptist coming off of a 17-41 loss to the hands of the Baker Wildcats. Baker receiving votes in the national polls. 2-0 in the south side of the conference and 6-1 overall. An excellent team. Pioneers also fell at the hands of Baker a couple of weeks ago. Just one of their only 2 losses on the season. Just a quick handoff to the left side. Gang tackling from the Pioneer defense. There's 4 or 5 navy blue jerseys on the ball carrier. Going to be about a 6-yard gain from Lionel Banks. Banks stays in next to Cooper. Shotgun snap and a out route to the right side. Caught for a first down right at the sticks. Cooper Brown connecting with Cameron Sloan that time for the first down. Sloan, a 5'10" redshirt sophomore for the Spartans. Cooper Brown also a sophomore and a quarterback change, so it was junior Jordan Simpson who's playing quarterback for the majority of the season. Brown has taken over, and he's got the Spartans on the move. It was Lionel Banks again up the gut for a big carry. Gashed the Pioneer defense up the middle. This is a 5'7" sophomore from Hazelwood Central High School. This time Cooper Brown in trouble. Pioneers all over. That's a sack all the way back to midfield. He was met by 2 or 3 Pioneer defensive linemen. I think we're going to credit it to Calvin Broussard. Broussard with a couple of big tackles for loss here in the first, making his presence felt in the middle. So it's second and long, about 15. Brown does hand it off again, and another nice chunk play. Lionel Banks able to find a bit of a seam, picks up 5. It's hard to see behind that big offensive line at just 5'6", quick. But it's still going to be third and long, third and about 12. Banks still in the backfield with Brown. 3 wide receivers on the near side. Brown takes the snap. In trouble again, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run for it. Crosses the sticks, not going to get much more. He's taken down at the 40. There is a penalty flag in the backfield. See if it's holding. The Pioneers may decline because it'll be 4th and long. It is holding on the Spartans. Pioneers going to go ahead and accept. Back them up 10 yards. Try it again. It's 3rd and a mile. Line of scrimmage is the Spartan 45. The line to gain is the Pioneer 34. Got to expect they may just hand it off to Banks, who's had some success on the ground, and punt it away, but we'll see. Pioneers with 5 defensive backs and 2 linebackers. And they do draw to Banks. Tries to turn the corner, can't do it. He was met by Eli St. Just. Excuse me, they're going to give Zywan White credit for the tackle. It's going to be 4th and 20. Punt unit back on for the Spartans. Big tackle by the sophomore D lineman from Topeka, Shawnee Heights High School, Zywan White. Wobbly snap. This time a much better punt. Fair catch called for and made right around the 15-yard line.
Sean, you can come up here. Trey said you could.
So Pioneers offense will take over on opposite field position as last time had it in Spartan territory, took advantage with the touchdown. This time they're going to have to go 85 yards to put 6 up on the board. And Parsons takes a snap at the 15, fakes the handoff. He's looking for Mitchell deep. 2 Spartans stuck with him. Now he's going to go ahead and throw it to Mitchell, coming back to the sideline at the 50. Catch made, Arlondis Mitchell. My goodness. With a deep in-breaking route, and then just didn't give up on the play. He was the only target downfield. Parsons in trouble, breaks the pocket, scrambling out to his right, and throws a bullet all the way to midfield. What a play, Arlondis Mitchell. Couple of highlights here early on. Now Parsons, quick screen out to the far side. Catch is made, gain of maybe 3. Caught by E.J. Rogers. Pioneers trying to go quickly, but did change personnel, sent Miles Himes off to the sideline. Ball set now, and Parsons will take the snap. St. Louis goes in motion and now going to take the screen out to the right side. And Paul St. Louis put it on the ground. Fumble, I think the Pioneers got it. They did. We've seen the ball on the ground a couple of times now. Jacob Mauser jumped on it. Pioneers keep possession. So it's going to be 3rd and a long 3 for the Pioneers, but in Spartan territory. Parsons going to check with the sideline, see if they like this play call. You're making an adjustment here. You change the protection, and Parsons hands it off up the middle. That's a first down. Sean Cherry, the ball carrier, moves the chains. Cherry, a 5'10", 210-pound sophomore running back out of Texas. Impact player a year ago for the Pioneers. Doing more of the same here in 2023. Open receiver on the far side. Catch is made. First down. Makes a man miss. Inside the 20. Inside the 15. E.J. Rogers. A couple of nice moves on the far sideline, making defenders miss. Pioneers knocking on the door once again. 2:30 to go in the first. Looking to go up 2 scores. Parsons hands it off to Cherry. Cherry looking for the edge, gets it. About a 5-yard gain. Goes out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Running through Spartan defenders on his way out of bounds. Pioneers with a 3 wide receiver set, just Cherry in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Parsons rolling right, goes to his tight end. Not sure if that ball was caught. It was. Jacob Mauser with the catch. And Mauser with the big fumble recovery to keep this drive alive. Now it's 3rd and short. Ball spotted at the 6. Arlondis Mitchell on the near sideline. Nope, they're going to throw a crosser. That's a touchdown. Beautiful ball on the slant. E.J. Rogers catches the touchdown. Parsons does it again. Takes the Pioneers 85 yards and puts it in for 6. Beautiful offensive drive from the Pioneers. Couple of chunk plays early through the air. Parsons keeping plays alive. hit a deep ball to Mitchell, and now it's Rogers who finds the end zone. 13-0 lead, looking to make it 14 with the point after, and they do. Trevor Hiley, 2 for 2.
A goal for Benedictine. Second place.
Walk-off home run. Boom, bada bang.
Davis Bales takes this shot, whips it in, and it's in the back of the net.
Minute 40 to go here in the first quarter. It's Pioneers 14, Missouri Baptist 0. Grant Pella to kick it away. Caught at the 10. Picks up a block. He's past the 25, makes a man miss all the way out to the 35. Nice return. Marcellus Griffin looked to be swallowed up around the 20-yard line and then just appeared out of a pile. Picked up another 15. It'll be Spartan football at the 35. Pioneer defense, who's had an excellent start to this ball game, forced a couple turnovers. 3 and out. Brown on the move out to the right. Has a man over the top. He's caught it. Big gain for the Spartans on first down. That's Marcellus again. Had a heck of a kickoff return and then right away a big play through the air. Griffin, just a sophomore wide receiver. So a lot of young skill position players on this Missouri Baptist squad. Ball spotted at the 42. Brown takes the shotgun snap, hands it off up the middle. That's Lionel Banks again, finding some success on the ground. You got to wonder if Darius Morrison suffered an injury on their first drive, because he's the leading rusher for the Spartans. They went to him right away, and we haven't seen him since. It's been all Lionel Banks. Just 30 seconds left on the clock. Could be the final play of the first quarter. Fakes the handoff. Brown. Far sideline. No flag is down. Missouri. Oh, now one comes from the back of the end zone. Missouri Baptist was begging for a pass interference call. Official right in front of it on the sideline did not throw a flag, and then one came in late from deep in the end zone. Referees are going to talk about it. Would expect it to be defensive pass interference, but we'll see. And there it is. You get the signal from the official. Pass interference on the defense. So Missouri Baptist looking to answer with a scoring drive of their own. They're inside the 20 for that 15-yard penalty on the Pioneers.
First and 10 for the Spartans from the 20-yard line.
Ball spotted right at the 20. Cooper Brown in shotgun. Play action, throwing a fade route near sideline, and excellent defensive play. Broke up a would-be touchdown. That's Anthony Seau. The leader in that secondary for the Pioneers, Anthony Seau, with an excellent play, saves the touchdown. That was a well-thrown ball on the fade route. Pass was intended for Joseph White, a 6'3" target, and Seau went up and broke it away at the last minute. So 2nd and 10 from the 20. Couple of running backs in the backfield. Could have been a false start, wasn't called, and Brown just has to throw it away. So a couple incomplete passes in a row. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 20 from Missouri Baptist. You got to think this may be 4-down territory given the rain and the kicking game that we've seen so far from the Spartans, and down 2 scores. So decision to make for the Spartans here if they don't pick it up on 3rd and 10 for head coach Jason Beriniak. Hope I'm saying that last name correctly. Brown in the shotgun, goes far side, and that could have been picked off. It goes through the hands of a Pioneer defensive back. Going to hear me say that often today, I think. Wet football causing issues for both sides, but Matthew Patusek was there in coverage. Just about came down with a pick. Instead, it'll be 4th and 10, and Missouri Baptist is going to opt for the field goal attempt. This will be a 37-yard kick. Ball spotted right in the middle of the field. And he fumbled the snap. Pioneers are all over it. Won't even get the kick off. Bad snap. Again, wet conditions causing all kinds of issues. I wondered if they'd even try a field goal attempt, and they did to no avail. So Pioneers recover after the bad snap. Just 1 second to go in the first. It's a 14-0 lead for the Pioneers, and they've got the ball back. Couldn't ask for a better start for Mid-America Nazarene. "40 degrees and rainy" feels a lot better up 2 scores than it does down 2 scores with a 4-hour bus ride. Play action. Parsons looking deep. Now rolls out to his right. He's so dangerous on the move, and he's going to be sacked. Taken down in the backfield. Loss of about 5. I believe that's Giovanni Sains on the sack. A nice defensive play to end the first for Missouri Baptist, but it has been all Pioneers here early. A 14-0 lead to get things started. Thanks for being with us on MNUsports.com. We'll be back after a quick break. MNU Sports on YouTube.
On the throw, got it! And a goal for Benedictine. Second place.
Walk-off home run. Boom, bada bang.
Amos Bales takes this shot, whips it in, and it's in the back of the net!
Don't know if Ponte's out. There's a shot. There's the goal.
Parsons takes the shotgun snap. Screen pass. There's heavy pressure on Parsons. That was by design. Little halfback slip screen, but intended pass was dropped by, I want to say, Miles Himes. Incomplete, so it's going to be 3rd and long. Pioneers at their own 25. 4 wide with Caleb Bryant alongside Parsons in the backfield. Going to send E.J. Rogers in motion. Fake the screen. Hand it to Bryant. Nothing doing. He's met behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 5, maybe 6. That's Brady Davis, the tackle for loss for Missouri Baptist. And Pioneers will send the punt unit on. an excellent punt in the first quarter, pinned the Spartans deep in their own territory, and I think flipped the field, changed the momentum for the Pioneers as they got a quick stop and then drove right down and scored. See if Pella can do it again. That punt may have been blocked. I think Spartans might have got a piece of it, and yet it's going to roll inside the 35-yard line to come to rest at the 34. What a kick by Grant Pella. I'm not positive if a Spartan got a piece of that football or if they just had 2 or 3 guys all over it and just miss. But given the pressure up the middle from Missouri Baptist, a great punt from Pella. Spartans will take over at their own 34. Pioneer defense has been stout early, although a couple of drives have stalled inside the red zone for the Spartans. Pioneers opportunistic, forced a couple of turnovers now. Handoff up the middle, and there's some running room, about a 10-yard gain. This time it's Carl Garman Jr., the ball carrier. Again, we have not seen leading rusher Darius Morrison handle the football since the first drive. Been a couple of different running backs, Morrison not among them. They go right back to Garland Jr. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage. He may have gained 1, and if he did gain 1, it'll be a first down. It is. Garman Jr., 2 carries, moves the chains. Clock continues to run. Ball spotted at the 45 with a fresh set of downs. Pistol formation, a little handoff out to the right side. More running room, another first down. It's a gain of about 12. Garman Jr. again, the ball carrier. So it has been the little running back Lionel Banks and now a little more size in the backfield at Garman Jr., both having some success on the ground. 3 wide set. They hand it right back off to Garman, up the gut. This time he's met after a gain of a couple and stood up. Never went down, but lost his forward progress after a gain of maybe 5. He was met first by Lance Jones, the linebacker for the Pioneers, but then swallowed up by about 5 or 6 others. Call it 2nd and 4. Garman, and why not, going to stay in the backfield. Same set. This time fake the handoff, throw a little flare screen out to the left, and fancy footwork. A little spin move, made a couple guys miss, but Gavin Claude is tackled after he's going to move the chain. So Missouri Baptist putting together an offensive drive here. Been in the red zone twice today and come up with 0 points. Looking to change that. They like this 3 wide set, all on the near side this time. Stretch play, handed off. Garman Jr. finds a running lane, and he's down inside the 5-yard line. He was met at the sticks. It looked like it was going to be a gain of 10 and bounced off a couple of safeties down inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 6. Garman Jr. having a heck of a drive on the ground. Chunk play after chunk play. And not great news for Missouri Baptist as he hobbles off the field. Looks like he's been replaced by Darius Morrison. So maybe good news for the Spartans. Morrison back in the ballgame. Fake the handoff to Morrison, and oh, what a play by Brown. Making guys miss. 2, 3, 4 missed tackles, and he might be in. That's a touchdown. Unbelievable run from Cooper Brown. His Pioneers were in the backfield immediately, and Brown made a guy miss behind the line of scrimmage and then made 2 or 3 more miss on his way to the end zone. The sophomore quarterback, we hadn't seen him use his legs at all in the first quarter, with a heck of a touchdown run. And Missouri Baptist going to keep their offense on the field. Had a field goal attempt earlier, did not go well, and going to go for 2 instead of attempt the point after here. So trailing 14-6. Brown in the shotgun. Looking right, nothing there. Scrambles, couple Pioneers chasing him. Now he's going to come back to the right side. It should be caught. I believe it is. It was bobbled a couple of times, but then finally Cameron Sloan came down with it. So the touchdown run by Brown, the 2-point conversion good. Cameron Sloan, the receiver, and it's a 6-point game. It was all Pioneers in quarter number 1. Missouri Baptist couldn't ask for a better start to quarter number 2. 10:45 to go in the first half. It is a 14-8 lead for your Pioneers. That was an efficient offensive drive from Missouri Baptist. Moved the sticks several times on big plays through the air, through the ground. And an absolute highlight touchdown run from sophomore quarterback Cooper Brown caps it off. It looks as if the wind has died down. The flag's not flying around like they were early on, but very possible that heading toward that north end zone is the direction you want to be facing based on all 3 touchdowns, 2 from the Pioneers, 1 from the Spartans, scored heading that direction. That ball was caught near the very back of the end zone, but decided to take it out, did Mitchell, and he's on the move. All the way to the 50. He's going to break it all the way. That's 100 and – oh, he stepped out of bounds. It was about to be a 109-yard kickoff return touchdown from Arlondis Mitchell. Instead, he stepped on the sideline all the way into Missouri Baptist territory. What a kick return. I was shocked he brought it out from how deep he caught that football in the end zone. And what do I know? Mitchell said, I got room to run. Got to the edge, and nobody was going to catch him if he didn't step on that white line at the 35. So what a return from Mitchell. So after the play, there's a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Pioneers. I didn't hear the number. So they'll back up. After an excellent return, they'll back up 15 yards. Still going to have great field position. I'm sure head coach Paul Hansen not thrilled with a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the whistle. Didn't see what happened. Got to think just excited for his teammate who made a great kick return. So instead, it'll be Pioneers ball at the 50. Pistol formation. Hand off to Cherry. Sean Cherry headed to the right side. Met at the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up a couple. Gain of 2. Number 44, Blake Kite, with the tackle for Missouri Baptist. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Pioneers staying at that 3 wide receiver set. Mitchell on the near sideline. Excuse me, that's E.J. Rogers on the near sideline. Mitchell opposite. Parsons sends a man in motion. Play action. Over the middle to his tight end, Moser. He's caught it inside the 30, down near the 25. Beautiful play from the Pioneers. They sent Miles Himes in motion. Linebackers went with him, cleared out the middle of that defense. And Moser found a little soft spot right there in the middle. Big first down. Pioneers knocking on the door of the red zone once again. Hand off to Cherry. He busts a seam up the middle. He's got couple of Spartans to beat, and he drug him into the end zone. Sean Cherry, what a run. That's a touchdown for the Pioneers. Great response after a long touchdown drive from Missouri Baptist. Sean Cherry with a 20-yard run right up the gut, drug 3 white jerseys into the end zone with him. It's a 20-8 lead for your Pioneers. And Trevor Hiley going to head back out for his third point after attempt. 2 for 2 so far. Kicking into the win. Bad snap. Pioneers couldn't get it down. They're going to go ahead and throw it short. That's exactly the same thing we saw happen to Missouri Baptist on their field goal attempt. Dealing with a wet football. Bad snap, couldn't get it down. So it's a 20-8 lead for the Pioneers. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Pioneer defense flying around in the first quarter. Couple of turnovers, a 3 and out. Will look to respond after Missouri Baptist found a bit of a rhythm offensively on that last drive. So Parsons and the Pioneer offense answered the bell, drove down, scored. Pioneer defense chance to string together a stop. Grant Pella to send it deep from the 35. Pella did not get all of that one. It's going to be fielded around the 20-yard line. Headed back toward his own sideline and going to be tackled around the 30. It's a short kick, but could be worse. Great coverage by the Pioneer special teams. Be 1st and 10 from the 30 for Missouri Baptist. Cooper Brown trots back out there. The 6'3", 215-pound sophomore quarterback trots back out with some confidence after the touchdown run on the previous drive. In the shotgun. Hands it off to Morrison. Morrison turns the corner on the left side. He's got another first down. So chunk play after chunk play on the ground for Missouri Baptist here in the second quarter. That is Darius Morrison, the leading rusher for the Spartans, who missed most of the first quarter after the opening drive back, picking up 12, 15 on the ground. 3 wide set. They hand it back off to Morrison. This time he's met for a gain of just a couple. Pioneer defensive line did a nice job to swallow up that run to the edge. I think that was Kevin Griffin. Credit Broussard. I think Griffin, the nose tackle, was in on it as well. Griffin, another one of those seniors who was honored before the kickoff today. Celebrate a final season in the Mid-American Nazarene uniform, and that snap was put on the turf. Brown able to pick it right back up and didn't quite get to the line of scrimmage, so a loss of 1. That's the 4th or 5th time we've seen the football on the ground today here in just the first half. Pioneers fumbled 1, got it back. Spartans have fumbled 1, lost it. Fumbled 1 there, got it back. There's been 2 fumbles on bad snaps on kickoff attempts, or point after attempts. So a sloppy ball handling game can easily be attributed to the conditions. Brown in the shotgun. It's 3rd and a mile. He's going to go down. Griffin's going to get a sack. Kevin Griffin, the big 330-pound nose tackle, gets the sack, and he is fired up about it. Why not? The big fella on his senior night. Met Darius Morrison at the line of scrimmage 2 snaps ago, then picks up a sack on 3rd and long, and Missouri Baptist forced to punt it away. Griffin, a 5'11", 330-pound defensive lineman from Palo Alto, California. That's a long, booming punt. It's going to go out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pioneers will take over at the 20. So that was the response the Pioneers needed from their defense. Going to turn it right back over to their high-powered offense led by Adrian Parsons, who's got a couple of touchdowns early. Sean Cherry with the latest one on the ground. Pioneers averaging 30 points a game, already got 20 halfway through the second quarter. Hand off to the near side. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. Don't think he got one. That's Caleb Bryant, the ball carrier. Parsons still in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Bryant next to him in the backfield. Menifee, the tight end. Fakes the handoff to Bryant. Throws up the near sideline looking for looking for E.J. Rogers. Ball sails out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Rogers with a touchdown catch on the slant in the first quarter. Looking to pick up the first down up the sideline, just not quite on the same page with Parsons that time. 3rd and long. Fakes the handoff. It's a slip screen, and we've seen that over and over today. Ball's bouncing off the pads. That time it was Miles Himes on the screen, intended receiver. Seen that exact play twice now. The Pioneers run that little slip screen, let the defensive line break toward Parsons. Himes would have had plenty of room to run if he could come down with it. Instead, it's a 3 and out. Pella back to punt from the 5. Low snap, and he did not get all of this one. It's going to roll all the way down to the 35-yard line. Missouri Baptist got some pressure on Pella again. He's able to get a Pioneer bounce. Be 65 yards to go for the Spartans to punch one in. .5:33 to go here in the first half. It's Pioneers 20, Missouri Baptist 8. Brown on the RPO, hands it off up the middle. Pioneers sniffed it out, gain of maybe 1. Zewan White in on the tackle. I'm going to say he picked up 2, so 2nd and 8. Brown takes the snap. Throws near sideline on a fade route. He caught it. What a ball from Brown. That ball was hauled in by Gavin Claude. Claude with a big reception on the first offensive play of the game for Missouri Baptist. Don't think he had caught it again since. And then a big play up the near sideline right in front of the Pioneer bench. Has Missouri Baptist in Pioneer territory at the 31. 4.5 to go in the first half. Morrison takes the handoff, makes a man miss. He's going to pick up 4. Brought down by linebacker Jonathan Brown. 2nd and 6. Brown takes the snap. Again, hands it off to Morrison, and he's swallowed up right as he takes the handoff. That's going to be a loss of 1. Calvin Broussard, another tackle for loss. Got penetration immediately on that Missouri Baptist offensive line. This will be 3rd and 8. Ball spotted at the 29. Almost assuredly 4-down territory given where they are on the field and the kicking woes we've seen so far. Brown shotgun snap. Scrambling out to his left. Excellent defensive play by Lance Jones in coverage. The linebacker blanketing his receiver, headed out toward the far sideline. Gets the pass break up, and it's going to be 4th and long. So 4th and about 8 from the 31, or from the 29, excuse me. Can't kick it from there in these conditions, and down 2 scores, might as well. Go for it. Brown, shotgun snap, fakes the handoff. Comeback route near sideline, incomplete. Anthony Sale on the coverage. Pass was intended for Gavin Claude, who had the big play earlier in the drive. This time Anthony Sale there to shut it down. Pioneers force a turnover on downs, and they'll take over with a 71-yard field to go if they can punch one in before the half. Pioneer offense certainly capable of going the length of the field in 3.5 minutes. Up-tempo offense. Parsons this time. They fake the reverse. Sean Cherry turns the corner, and he's got room to run. He's inside the 50. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Still a pickup of 10 on 1st down from Cherry. Little razzle-dazzle, faked the end around, took it himself. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Long 1, maybe 2. Clock running. Even though Cherry goes out of bounds. Went out of bounds heading forward. The clock should stop. Handoff up the middle. Going to pick up the 1st down. Push it out across the 40, almost to the 45. That's Cherry again moving the chains. Blake Kite on the tackle for Missouri Baptist. There's a screen pass out in the flat to Cherry. He makes a man miss into Missouri Baptist territory and steps out of bounds at the 35. So it's been all Sean Cherry here on this offensive drive, and now he's going to ask for a sub. Caleb Bryant heads in. Moved the chains a couple of times on the ground, that time as a receiver. 2 minutes to go in the half. Parsons takes the snap from the standing on the 40. Ball's spotted at the 35. They hand it to Bryant going right side. Bryant met by a couple of Missouri Baptist defensive linemen. He's going to lose 2. Clock winds under 2 minutes. Blake Kite in on the tackle once again. Junior linebacker, 44 in the white. Parsons on play action, throws it up the seam. That's caught inside the 15 by Arlandis Mitchell. He went up in traffic. There were 2 Missouri Baptist defenders in the area. And Mitchell just up and over both of them for the catch. Moves the chains. Pioneers knocking on the door once again. They are inside the 15. Pass out in the flat to Caleb Bryant. Bryant makes one guy miss. Gets inside the 10. Clock ticks under a minute. 50 seconds to go in the first half. And we're going to get a timeout. I want to say Pioneers going to take their first time out of the half. Oh, excuse me. This may be an official timeout. It was an official timeout. He wanted to get the chain set. As it is not second and goal. It is second and, let's call it 7 from the 9-yard line. Line to gain is the 3. So got the chain set. Clock is running, ticking in under 40 seconds to go in the first half. Parsons fakes the handoff. Was looking for Rogers on the slant, not there, and he's going to be wrapped up for a sack. Raekwon Ramsey picks up the sack for the Spartans. That backs the Pioneers all the way up to the 18, and they're going to take their first time out of the half. We'll take a quick timeout with them. Thanks for tuning in on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. So after the timeout and the sack from Raekwon Ramsey, it's Pioneers ball, 3rd and 17, 32 seconds to go in the first half. Parsons in the shotgun, takes a snap from the 25. Throws it out in the flat to Cherry. Cherry's met immediately. That's going to be a loss of 1. Clock ticking. It's 4th down. I think both coaches real hesitant to kick the football after what we've seen here in the first half. Clock ticks inside of 10. I imagine we'll see a timeout with 1 second to go. We do, and Pioneers will have one shot at the end zone or send the kicking unit out. We'll see. Coach Hansen with the interesting decision here to end the first half. Again, heading the other direction, Pioneers are 2 for 2 on point after attempts. But heading to this south end zone, we've seen Missouri Baptist fumble the snap on a kick attempt. We've seen the Pioneers fumble a snap on a point after attempt. It is a wet, cold football, difficult to snap, difficult to handle for the holder. We haven't seen a whole lot of issues with the kick once either kicker was able to get to it cleanly. It's really the snap-hold exchange that's causing issues. So see what Coach Hansen decides to do. It looks like he's going to send his offense back out there. Excuse me, he's going to send the kicking unit on. So Pioneers with a 20-8 lead. 1 second to go in the first half. And we'll see Trevor Hiley attempt, a 38-yard field goal. Excuse me. Holder is set up at the 28, so yeah, about a 38-yarder. Hiley. Bad snap once again. Holder got it down. It's blocked. Missouri Baptist got to it. That's exactly what we were talking about. We've seen it a couple times now. Bad snap, can't get the hold down. So Hiley's kick blocked, and Missouri Baptist going to head into the locker room trailing 20-8. Explosive offensive start from the Pioneers. Missouri Baptist got offense going a bit here in the second quarter. And we'll take a halftime break. Thanks for tuning in on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. Pioneers on Senior Day lead it 20-8 at the half. Oh, welcome back into Olathe District Activity Center, where your Mid-American Nazarene University Pioneers are leading the visiting Missouri Baptist Spartans 20-8 at the halftime break. You've got a fired-up Pioneer sideline on their senior day. Coming out of the locker room, they will receive the football here to start the second half. A couple of big touchdown passes in the first from Adrian Parsons, along with a 25-yard touchdown run from Sean Cherry. Highlight the scoring for the Pioneers. A quarterback scamper from Cooper Brown, the lone touchdown for the Spartans, and they did convert the two-point conversion. And conditions, how bad the conditions are down on the field cannot be overstated. It is freezing cold, it is raining hard, and it is windy. May explain some of the drop passes, the blunders in the kicking game we've seen from both teams, the fumbles, balls bouncing off shoulder pads. It is very easy to understand why if you've been down on the field today. Short kick. Caleb Bryant returns it out to about the 38-yard line. Pioneers good field position to start the second half. Appreciate fans from both universities tuning in on the YouTube chat. Thanks for joining us on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports YouTube channel. Some technical difficulties, no doubt, caused by the weather in the first half. We think things will be back up to speed as we've got just one camera going here in half number 2. But I will update you down in distance manually in case our clock is not keeping up. First play of half 2, Sean Cherry to the near sideline, gets the edge. He's got a gain of 7 in front of the Pioneer bench. Cherry picking up right where he left off in the first half. Very effective on the ground. Pioneers in that up-tempo offense team averaged 30 points a game. They got 20 in the first half. Just about never huddle. Going to get to the line quickly and snap the football. Parsons checking the sideline for his play call, and we've got a Pioneer down. That is offensive lineman Enrique Newman down on the field and grabbing at that left leg. That's not good news for the Pioneers. Yeah, I think both teams are going to head to the sideline. He'll be tended to by the training staff, so we'll take a quick timeout. 14-12 to go here in quarter number 3. Pioneers lead 20-8. MNUsports.com. So Enrique Newman, the sophomore offensive lineman out of Houston, Texas, the injured Pioneer, but did get up and walked off on his own power, which is always what you want to see in that situation, although did so gingerly. Not sure we'll see him again this afternoon. Parsons shotgun, 3rd and long, swing pass out to Cherry, and Cherry shakes off one tackler. A big hit delivered, but stops short of the line to gain. Pioneers are going to have 4th and about 3 from the 45-yard line. We'll see if Coach Hansen opts to go for it. And I think we've got another injured Pioneer. Unable to see the number. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a Pioneer or I think that's a white jersey. So a member of Missouri Baptist is down on the near sideline, and Pioneers will take a knee. He's being tended to by the training staff from both universities. I'll get you the name and number when I can see it, but he is laying flat and very near the Pioneer sideline. So we're going to take another injury timeout as these healthcare professionals from both universities tend to an injured Missouri Baptist Spartan. So we want to bring you a little update here from ODAC. The injured player is from Missouri Baptist. It is number 20, Daniel Creighton. He's a senior from Hazelwood High School who has been down on the field for some time. We have gotten word from our athletic director, Todd Garrett, who has been down on the field with the EMTs and the medical staff. As you can see, he's being tended to by a host of healthcare professionals, that this is a precaution and that he is moving and alert. So all of those are excellent signs. And we, of course, are praying for the health of number 20, Daniel Creighton, and continued health for the rest of these players as this game continues. So Creighton is being taken off on the stretcher now, and we are told from those down on the field that this is strictly precautionary, and he is moving and alert, which is obviously the best of news that you can hope for in such a scary situation. So our prayers for Daniel and the rest of the Missouri Baptist team, and health and safety of players on both teams as we look to continue play here at ODAC. So scary scene, but good news. If good news is possible in that situation, that's the best news we could hope for. So Missouri Baptist sideline came over and gave him their best wishes as he exits, and no doubt will be heading down the street to Olathe Medical Center, I would assume, to be treated. So our thoughts, our prayers with Daniel Creighton and his family. Creighton is a senior safety from Hazelwood High School there in Missouri. Hometown guy, stayed home in St. Louis area. Go to Missouri Baptist for his football career. Both teams taking just a moment to get warmed up as they've been on a knee, respectfully allowing the training staffs and the EMTs to do their job. Official's going to confirm, make sure we've got the down and distance, the time on the clock right, and we'll get things resumed here at ODAC. So play will resume. It'll be Pioneers in punt formation. 13:53 to go in the third quarter. Mid-American Nazarene leads it 20-8. Grant Pella back deep to punt. Long snap in this weather is no guarantee. And it goes right through the hands of Pella. That's the commentator curse. Missouri Baptist falls on it. It's going to be Missouri Baptist football deep inside Pioneer territory. They're going to take over at the 28-yard line. Fumble on the snap. It just went right through Pella's hands. Again, can't overstate the conditions. Got a freezing cold, soaking wet football. And Pella not alone in having issues holding on to it today. So that's a big break for the Spartans. This is a team that sputtered in the red zone a couple of times in the first quarter, got some offense going in quarter number 2. They find themselves down 2 scores with excellent field position and heading toward the end zone with the wind at their back. All 3 touchdowns. Well, excuse me, 3 of the 4 touchdowns in the first half scored heading this direction. And sophomore quarterback Cooper Brown in the shotgun looking to take advantage. Fakes the handoff, fakes the screen, and he's got a wide open receiver. It's caught at the 5-yard line. Little play action fake screen and throws it over the top to Cameron Sloan. Sloan's first grab will have Missouri Baptist first and goal from the 5. Darius Morrison in the backfield. Now goes out in motion. Brown looks his way and keeps it. It's a quarterback keeper looking for the edge, not going to get there. Pushed out of bounds at the 3, maybe 4-yard line. It's a nice play design from Missouri Baptist. But Elias Carson, defensive back for the Pioneers, not fooled, didn't let him get around the corner, pushed him out. It's going to be a 2nd and goal from the 3. Morrison stays in at running back. As we saw quite a bit of Lionel Banks in the first half. It's been all Morrison here on this drive. They go to Morrison, up the gut. He's stuffed. Pioneers sniff it out. But a late push from Missouri Baptist. He may have got in. Initially was stood up at about the 2-yard line, and now there's the signal. Touchdown, Spartans. Darius Morrison pushes the pile into the end zone for 6. And you got to think Missouri Baptist is going to opt to go for 2 again, as they did on their first touchdown, and it looks like they will. Offense is going to stay out there, trailing by just 6. Be nice to make it 5 in a 1-score game, but kicking just about out of the question in this weather. So Morrison in the backfield. Cooper Brown in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Screen pass. May have been a fumble. Not sure that pass went forward. They're going to say no, incomplete pass. So Pioneers hold on the 2-point conversion attempt, but we've got a 6-point ball game.
With 12 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the score, Missouri Baptist University 14, your MNU Pioneers 20.
With 12:41 to go in the ball game, Pioneers lead at 20-14, and Parsons going to take back over. Need to put together a drive here offensively for the Pioneers. 2-score lead has been chopped in half. Just 3 minutes in, less than 3 minutes into the third quarter. It's Arlondis Mitchell and E.J. Rogers back deep for the Pioneers in return.
Some noise for the kickoff.
Kickoff sent deep. He got all of that one, and the wind is absolutely playing a factor. We saw almost a 109-yard kick return by Arlondis Mitchell in the first half. He takes this one 9 yards deep, and he's turned the corner again. Going to be pushed out at about the 33. Second time now we've seen Mitchell take the kickoff from deep in his own end zone, and it's been the right decision both times.
Kickoff return by number 6, Arlondis Mitchell.
And he was just a step or two from turning the corner and going the distance. He was pushed out of bounds at the 33 by Thomas Cloud, a sophomore safety from the Spartans.
Tackle made by number 9, Thomas Cloud.
And they're going to back the Pioneers up all the way to the 25. So Mitchell touched out of bounds just a hair early. Parsons in the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle. Some running room, 5-yard gain out to the 30. I don't know if Adrian Parsons is just trying to stay warm or if he's pleading with his team to go quicker. He's running in place there in the backfield between snaps. The give was to Caleb Bryant on the 5-yard gain. And Bryant stays in the backfield. Menifee the tight end and a 3-receiver set. And Parsons fumbled the snap. Caleb Bryant able to go down and recover it for the Pioneers. First time we've seen a fumbled snap from either of these quarterbacks. We've seen it over and over in the kicking game. It's going to be 3rd and a long 8. Parsons play action, looking to go throw it deep. He goes far sideline. Nothing there. Pass was intended for E.J. Rogers. Well defended by the Spartans, and it's a 3-and-out. The Pioneers, who moved the football up and down in the first half, have stalled twice here in quarter number 3. Again, they're going into the wind, into the rain here in this third quarter. So good news is for Pioneer fans, the fourth quarter, they'll flip sides and be heading the direction you want to be going right now. But defense going to have to hold up, and that ball might have been partially blocked. That's the second time we've seen Missouri Baptist get a hand on a punt from Pella, as it just spins to rest at the 47-yard line. Excuse me, the 43-yard line. Just got out of Pioneer territory. So great field position again for Missouri Baptist, and momentum has swung in the direction of the Spartans. Missouri Baptist in their first season playing football in the heart of America joined the heart just for football. Their other sports will remain elsewhere, but Pioneers playing Missouri Baptist as a conference foe for the first time. Missouri Baptist not seeing instant success in the heart, just a 1-6 record. Did get a win up at Clark in Dubuque, which is a new program as well, just their second or third season competing in football. Great pass from Cooper Brown, but incomplete. Gavin Cloud, the intended receiver, right off his hands. He was open in the middle of the field on that slant route. It's their leading receiver. I'm not sure they make wide receiver gloves that help for these kind of conditions. Or help enough anyway. Brown, little pitch play out to the left. Cuts upfield, makes one guy, makes two guys miss, and he's got a first down. Pioneers give up a gain of 13 on the ground. Carl Garman Jr., the ball carrier. Garman Jr. with some chunk plays in the first half as well. Just a 5'6" running back, shifty, able to make a couple of guys miss. This time they give it to him up the gut, and he's stuffed. Gain of 2, maybe 3. A host of Pioneers in on the tackle. Let's see, Zach Martinez will get credited. There's the echoing voice of PA announcer Gordy Wetmore giving Martinez credit for the tackle as well. Fakes the handoff. Slant pass batted away. Excellent play from Matthew Georgie, linebacker for the Pioneers. Not fooled on the little RPO. Got his hand on the ball, bats it down. It's 3rd and long for Missouri Baptist. Pioneers need a stop here. Push some momentum back on their side, although got to think 4-down territory with the ball inside the 40 and kicking being as difficult as it is today. As we saw a moment ago, even punting, not a sure thing. The give is up the gut. That tells you they're absolutely going to go for it on 4th down. Garman Jr. was stuffed. The ball came out late. And there's some extracurricular activity, flags flying all over the place. So what happened is the ball carrier, now coaches are flying in from the sidelines from Missouri Baptist side, trying to get their players to head toward their sideline. There's going to be multiple unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Cooper Brown a bit slow to get up. So the handoff up the middle, forward progress was stopped, about 3-yard gain. He was being pushed backwards when the ball came out, but the fumble will be inconsequential as forward progress had already stopped. Cooper Brown wisely jumps on the football just to make sure Missouri Baptist retains possession. Pioneers push him down because could be a live ball, didn't hear the whistle, and that instigated a response from a couple of players. I believe the Pioneers were going to be penalized first for hitting Brown late. and then multiple responses from the Spartans resulted in more flags being thrown. So the officials got quite a bit to sort out here. I'm going to imagine it's offsetting penalties, but we'll see. If the penalties do offset, it's going to be 4th and long. Lead referee has picked up the initial flag. The referee conference continues. So just as we suspected, there were late hit personal fouls on both groups. Those penalties offset, and it'll be 4th and 6 for Missouri Baptist. A lot of extracurricular activity with no yards gained or lost for either group, and a very big 4th down for the Pioneer defense. Got to get off the field. Ball's spotted at the 42-yard line. In the shotgun. Throws it deep up the sideline. It's caught at the 10-yard line. A huge 4th down conversion for the Spartans. That's Gavin Claude on the reception. Claude had a big drop early in the drive and makes up for it with a massive 4th down conversion. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 10. Make it the 9, and the Spartans trail by just 6, looking to tie this thing up. For the fade route to Gavin Claude. Brown takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling to his left. Pump fakes, he's going to take it himself inside the 5. Cooper Brown been a threat with his legs here. The touchdown run in the 2nd quarter, and now scrambles his way inside the 5. It's going to be 2nd and goal. .8:44 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and goal to go from the 5. Brown hands it off up the gut. That's Harmon Jr. He's stuffed at the 1. Forward progress stopped at the 1-yard line. Officials continuing to let plays extend well beyond necessary after progress has been stopped. Got to expect a quarterback sneak here from the 1. Brown takes the snap, sneaks it, pushed forward. That's a touchdown. This game's tied at 20. Cooper Brown with his 2nd touchdown on the ground this afternoon ties the game at 20. And let's see if Missouri Baptist opts to kick it or they're going to go for 2 for a 3rd time. 1 for 2 so far, and it looks like they're sending the kicking unit out. A extremely late flag comes in. Certainly won't negate the touchdown. This has to be well after the play. I have no idea what this flag is for. Couldn't see. It came from the back of the end zone. Spartans are huddling on the far sideline. Pioneer defense stays on the field. So after the play, it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Pioneers, and the yardage will be enforced on the kickoff. So Missouri Baptist going to attempt the point after, try to take the lead here. Kicking has been all but a disaster for both teams. This time they actually get the snap down, and the point after attempt is up and good. So Missouri Baptist takes the lead 21-20 with 8:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Jonah Cox, the kicker for Missouri Baptist, puts it through the uprights.
Missouri Baptist University 21, MNU Pioneers 20.
And for the first time in this ballgame, the Pioneers find themselves trailing. The third quarter has been all Missouri Baptist. After the extended injury timeout, momentum has completely swung in the direction of St. Louis. So reigning conference player of the week, quarterback Adrian Parsons, going to be tasked with putting a drive together to come from behind now. So you got to be wary of a fake, or excuse me, an onside kick given the penalty yardage. They're kicking off from the 45-yard line, or from the 50-yard line. They may opt to just send it through the back of the end zone. But head on a swivel here. And that's exactly what they do. So a touchback. Will give the Pioneers the football at the 25. With their work cut out for them. Heading into the win, this has been the difficult direction for both groups all day. It'll be Sean Cherry who gets the nod at running back. As Coach Hanson's offense, they'll cycle through different backs. It was Caleb Bryant a series ago. It'll be Cherry getting the crack at it here. Parsons continues his high knees routine. Moser, the tight end, in motion. The give is to Cherry. A little stretch to the right side. He finds a seam. First down and more. Takes a couple of Spartans with him. Gain of close to 20. Cherry with another big play on the ground. Pioneers 1st and 10 from the 46. Handoff up the gut. Pickup of a couple. Out near midfield, just shy. Cherry the carrier again. Tackle was made by senior linebacker number 33, Cade Beachside. Spartans not fooled as Cherry going east and west gets back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. Cade Beachside once again in on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Pioneers from their own 45. Parsons drops back, looking right, throwing right. It's deflected and almost intercepted. Finds the turf. He was looking for Arlandis Mitchell. Blake Kite got a piece of it. He'll get the pass breakup, and his safety just about turned it into an interception. So Pioneers fortunate, actually, to come away with a punt opportunity, although the last time Pioneers were in punt formation, cold, wet football goes through Grant Pella's hands, and Missouri Baptist has taken full advantage. So knock on wood if you're Pioneer special teams. Pella takes the snap, gets it away. Low spinning kick, going to take a Pioneer bounce inside the 30, down at the 28-yard line. And we got a flag in the backfield down all the way back where Pella punted it away. So this could be a game-changing penalty if it's against Missouri Baptist for running into the kicker. Pointing in the other direction, though. So the penalty is on the Pioneers. They're going to back up 10 yards and replay the down. So Pella going to be asked to catch a snap cleanly again and get a kickoff. Ball was down inside the 30-yard line, so Missouri Baptist banking on better field position by backing up 10 yards and repunting. Pella going to receive the snap from his own 20. Gets it away. It's another low spinning kick. It does take a Pioneer bounce, and it's going to come to rest at the 28-yard line. So all of that to no avail, as both punts placed Missouri Baptist at their own 28. Pella's done a nice job all day with that low spinning kick, taking favorable bounces for the Pioneers. 6:12 to go in the third quarter. It's a Missouri Baptist lead, 21-20. Pioneer defense looking for some answers here for Cooper Brown and the Spartan offense. Give is up the middle. There's some running room. Makes a man miss. First down and more. All the way out to midfield. Big run from Lionel Banks. Anthony Sale on the tackle. But another big play for this Missouri Baptist offense in the running game. They go right back to Banks. He's going left side. Turns the corner. Another first down. Gain of 12, 13. Pile pushed all the way out to the Pioneers' 36-yard line. Banks continuing to be so effective on the ground. Ronald Huff and Maxwell Brown both in on the tackle, but back-to-back first downs on the ground for Lionel Banks. The Spartans are on the move again. Brown drops back, throws a fade up the left sideline, and it's broken up. Excellent defensive play in the Pioneer secondary. That's Maxwell Weber with the pass breakup. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Missouri Baptist. Back-to-back first downs on the ground and opt to throw a fade route on first down. Make it a 2nd and 10, but Banks stays in at running back. Pre-snap motion, looking right. Brown pressured. He's going to scramble, turns the corner, gets back to the line of scrimmage and slides, and he's hit. He was hit as he slid. No flag. Missouri Baptist can't believe it. They thought that Brown had given himself up on the slide, but Pioneer defense stayed aggressive and no flag thrown. So it's 3rd and long from the Pioneer 34-yard line. Banks stays in at running back. 3 receivers split out wide at the top of your screen. Banks takes the handoff. Got to think it's 4-down territory. He picks up a couple. Offense staying on the field. Not even a thought to bring out a kicker or a punter. Just Cooper Brown immediately looking at the sideline for a play call. It's going to be 4th and 5. Trips out to the left, Banks the lone back to the right of Cooper Brown in the shotgun. Brown takes a snap clean, looking left, throws back over the middle, and pass broken up. Turnover on downs. That's the stop the Pioneers needed. Ethan Pritchard in there on the pass breakup. Huge stop for the Pioneers, and their offense needs to take advantage, regain this lead with 3:47 to go here in the third quarter, trailing by 1. It was all Pioneers in half number one. It's been a tale of two halves. The third quarter, it's been all Spartans. Heck of a play from junior DB Ethan Pritchard out of Ozark, Missouri. Knocks down the pass and saves what would have been a first down. Gets a turnover on downs. And Parsons, quick screen out to the right. Pass is taken out for about a gain of 8 by Miles Himes.
Complete to number 7, Miles Himes. There's a flag on the play.
There is a flag down, however, right in the area of where Himes caught the pass. You got to wonder if it's going to be offensive pass interference on the screen. His blocker's making contact a little too early. Could be illegal man downfield. We'll see. Excuse me, it's going to be a personal foul face mask on the Pioneers. So we will replay first down, but back it up 10 yards. Back it up 15 yards. It is 1st and a mile from the Pioneers' own 18-yard line. The line to gain is the 42. Three receiver set. Parsons fakes the handoff. Looking deep and throwing an interception. It was intended for Arlondis Mitchell. Mitchell hit the deck. That ball was overthrown anyway. I think was likely to be intercepted regardless of Mitchell going down. Pass was intercepted by Tony Bracefield. And a nightmarish third quarter continues for Mid-American Nazarene. Excuse me, they announced Zeppelin Velder with the interception. Velder, a senior corner at a Fort Osage High School. So turnovers, an issue here in the third. Mitchell had double coverage. Corner stuck with him the whole way. Safety over the top, comes away with the pick. Penalties been an issue for the Pioneers here in the third as well. Had a gain of 8 called back, and it ended up being a 1st and forever to go. Turnover a result. Brown looking to take advantage, throws out left. Incomplete. Brown's pass intended for Tyler Watson, a sophomore tight end from Hillsboro, Missouri. Be 2nd and 10, 3:09 to go in the third quarter. Trips out to the right, near side of your screen. Brown's in trouble. Pioneer sack going to be recorded by, I believe that's number 7. It is Tyrell Coleman. Big play from the Pioneer defense. Excuse me, we've got multiple number 7s, Pioneers, on the roster. That's Marcos Flores, the linebacker, comes up with the sack for the Pioneers. Flores lined up on the far side off the edge. Got to Cooper Brown, and we've got 3rd and long. Brown rolling to his right, looking deep, throws over the middle. Dangerous pass, couple of Pioneers in the area. Falls incomplete. Jacob tagged in coverage. He was looking for Sloan over the middle, but tagged right there all the way. And it's going to be 4th and a mile. And it looks like we're going to see a field goal attempt. Again, this is the direction you want to go if you're kicking. Wind would be at your back, although it looks as if the wind has died down for the time being. The flag's not moving at all. Kick's going to be spotted down around the 39-yard line. So this is a 49-yard attempt. for Missouri Baptist. Bad snap, fumble, turnover. That is the 4th bad snap turnover in the kicking game we've seen here today. Both teams guilty. Elias Carson gets the tackle, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Pioneers from the 35-yard line. Parsons takes the shotgun snap, handoff up the gut to Cherry. He got back to the line and then maybe one more. Excuse me, that's Caleb Bryant on the carry. Nick Stebney in on the tackle for the Spartans. Second and 8. Parsons sends Bryant out to his right. Hands it off. Gain of 8. Got right to the sticks and pushed beyond it. First down, Caleb Bryant with a gutsy run. Good decision by Parsons. Little read option. DN came off free, but Bryant able to push the pile forward. Moves the chains. Miles Himes and E.J. Rogers, the receivers, split out to the left. Arlondis Mitchell on the far side of your screen. 2 backs in the backfield now with Parsons. The give up the gut's going to lose one. Bryant again, the carrier. Second and 11, and Pioneer's going to stay in that 2-back set. So Sean Cherry and Caleb Bryant on either side of Parsons in the backfield. No tight end on the field, 3 receivers. Going to send Cherry out to the right and hand it off. RPO, fake the handoff. Coming back to the left side. Was intended for E.J. Rogers. Pass incomplete, but a flag is down. Flag was thrown from the line judge right in front of Rogers. And it's going to be on the Pioneers, ineligible player downfield. Spartans are going to decline. Pioneers are going to have a 3rd and 11. So Missouri Baptist declines the penalty, forces a 3rd and long. Still in their own territory as they've spent much of the 3rd quarter in their own territory. Parsons drops back to pass, pressure, throws, intended for E.J. Rogers again, and flags come in very late, but I think appropriately so, as that's got to be pass interference. Defensive backs from Missouri Baptist got to Rogers early. Fans, players, and coaches alike on the Pioneer sideline erupt when the incomplete pass dropped with no flag, and then multiple flags came in late. And there it is, defensive pass interference, 1st down Pioneers. So the automatic 1st down on the pass interference is going to move the chains. Just 13 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter in what has been an explosive 3rd quarter for Missouri Baptist. A 0-point quarter for the Pioneers, assuming they don't score here on the final play of the 3rd. Presumably the final play of the 3rd, anyway. The give is to Bryant. Excuse me, Parsons kept it himself, and he's going to turn the corner all the way inside the 15-yard line. Adrian Parsons executes the read option beautifully. Fakes the handoff to Bryant. Multiple Spartan defenders went with him, and Adrian Parsons gashes the Spartan defense all the way inside the 15. So we'll change sides. Pioneers will be heading to the end zone they want to go to for the fourth quarter, and Parsons has the Pioneers on the move. Down by 1. We'll be back after a short timeout for the fourth quarter here at Olathe District Activity Center. Thanks for tuning in, MNUsports.com. To start the fourth quarter, it's going to be Pioneer football at the 12-yard line after the big run on the quarterback keeper from Parsons. Sends his tight end in motion. Tight set offensively. And the give is to Caleb Bryant up the middle. Pushes himself forward to about the 10. The wind and rain have picked up considerably. It was a bit of a mild last 10 minutes of that third quarter. And as we've switched sides, the wind at the back of this Pioneer offense and the rain is going just about horizontal. Points going to be at a premium here in the second half with this weather. Pass intended for E.J. Rogers on the slant. He was met right at the goal line by the defensive back for Missouri Baptist. Incomplete, 3rd and long. Got to get to the 2-yard line to get a fresh set of downs. All night this has been the direction you want to kick, but I'm not sure you attempt to kick the way the rain's coming down right now. Parsons drops back, in trouble, scrambling, looking to do it himself. Gets to the 5, turns the corner, he's in. Touchdown, Adrian Parsons on the QB scamper, and he hands the ball to the official and runs right to the sideline. And he's told to go right back out and go for 2. Pioneers lead 26-21, looking to make it a 7-point game with the 2-point conversion after the touchdown run from Adrian Parsons. Parsons did most of his damage through the air in the first half, and it has been with his legs here in half number 2. Pioneers going to take a timeout, talk things over, make sure they've got all their guys on the same page for this 2-point conversion try. And junior quarterback Adrian Parsons puts the Pioneers back on top. We'll be back in 1 minute. MNUsports.com. two backs surround Adrian Parsons in the backfield on the two-point conversion try. Parsons takes the snap, rolls right, going to do it with his feet again. He makes two guys miss into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. Adrian Parsons, a threat on the ground here in the second half. He made multiple Spartans miss on his way to the end zone. And Pioneers back on top by a touchdown, 28-21. And Missouri Baptist has their work cut out for them heading toward this south end zone. North end zone, excuse me. I had those flipped earlier. So I'd say in most football games, the ability to receive or kick, defer, the most beneficial option when you win the coin toss. I would venture to say today, option number one would be, what direction do you want to defend? Short kick, fielded around the 30-yard line, breaks a tackle, pushed up to about the 37-38, so decent field position for Missouri Baptist.
Tackle made by number 5, Matthew Georgie. 1st and 10, Missouri Baptist University.
So I believe 41 of the 49 points that have been scored, or 42 of the 49 points that have been scored, were scored heading to the end zone on the right side of your screen, which is where the Pioneers are heading, not toward the Pioneer end zone that we're currently defending. So that bodes well for the fourth quarter if you're a Mid-American Nazarene fan. Jonathan Brown in on the tackle on the first down carry. 2nd and 7 from about the 41. Cooper Brown has had this offense operating much more efficiently here in half number 2. Drops back to pass. Throws a late screen pass to the running back who released, and he's going to pick up a first down right out to midfield. That's Carl Gannon Jr., or Garmin Jr., excuse me. Garmin had some big plays in half number 1. Haven't seen him as much here in the second. Missouri Baptist back to that trip set. All 3 wide receivers stacked out to the right and run a little counter play. And Garmin Jr. tackled at the line of scrimmage. Pioneer defensive line not fooled. Marcos Flores in on the tackle. Another flag down. And it's going to be against Missouri Baptist. Illegal shift was the call. 5-yard penalty, replay the down. Spartans will back up to their own 45. Be 1st and 15 from there.
1st and 15.
Bunch formation with the wide receivers, and it's a QB keeper. Brown turns the corner, and he's hit hard at the 48-yard line. Gain of 6. Rance Hamilton in on the tackle. It's got to be the first time all day we had seen that formation from Missouri Baptist. Had the receivers stacked on both sides of the field and went with a little read option run. Now a little roll out to the right side. Brown tries to throw one up over the top, and it should have been picked. I believe that's Rance Hamilton again, who just had the tackle on the near sideline. This time had two hands on that football, just couldn't come down with it. Cooper Brown fortunate that Hamilton dropped the would-be interception. And we've got another flag on the play. A penalty-free first half has been plagued with flags here in half number 2. And the misfortune continues for the Pioneers in the penalty department. Roughing the passer is the call. Personal foul, moved the chains. And the Spartans are in Pioneer territory with a chance to tie this ball game. Of course, an extra point is not a given. Not today, anyway. Be Garmin Jr., the running back. And the give is to Garmin Jr. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. He was wrapped up by Calvin Broussard right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. From the Pioneer 33. Bunch formation from Missouri Baptist. 3 receivers bunched out to the right. Lone receiver on the near side, and they throw that fade route to the lone receiver on the near side. Incomplete. Ball underthrown. Intended for Joseph White. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 with 11:30 to go in the ball game, and Missouri Baptist trailing by a touchdown. Rolled out to the right. Brown throws it short, incomplete. Short of the sticks. He was looking for Tyler Watson, his tight end. Watson got a hand on it but couldn't haul it in, and it's 4th and 10 from the 33. Pioneers looking for yet another turnover on downs. We have seen a big 4th and long converted by Missouri Baptist today. The Pioneers with a couple of turnover on downs as well. Three receiver set. Harmon Jr., the running back, sends a tight end in motion. Brown takes the snap in the shotgun, looking left. Pressure from the Pioneers, and he's going to be wrapped up. 3 Pioneers combined for the sack all the way back at the 45-yard line. So not only is it a turnover on downs, but Pioneers now with great field position and a chance to make this a 2-score game. Calvin Broussard going to be credited with the sack, but there was 3 navy blue jerseys there on the tackle, and we have an injured Pioneer on the field. Did not see the number of the injured player, but he's laying right at the 45 and being tended to by the training staff. So we'll take a quick break, update you when we can. Pioneers 28, Missouri Baptist 21, 11:16 to go in the ballgame. It was number 7, Marcos Flores, the injured Pioneer. He got up and walked off on his own power, which is exactly what you hope to see, being tended to by the training staff now. Pioneers fake the jet sweep, and Sean Cherry delivers a big hit, stays on his feet, gets the first down and some all the way to the 35. Sean Cherry running with some power. Pioneers are in Spartan territory at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock's ticking under 11 minutes in the ballgame now. As the ankle tape on Menifee is coming off of his cleats. Parsons trying to fix it before handing it off to Cherry. Cherry breaks free again. He's inside the 20 to the 15, down at the 10-yard line. Sean Cherry back-to-back huge plays on the ground. And Menifee is still dragging tape behind him from his left cleat. Adrian Parsons, before the snap, was trying to retape the ankle of his tight end. Then takes the snap, hands it to Sean Cherry. Cherry does the rest. Pioneers go in motion. The give is to Cherry again on a counter. He's got a little bit of space inside the 5 and stood up there. The pile still moving. No whistle. My goodness, the referee's letting these pile-ups go for way too long before blowing down forward progress. That's about the 4th time we've seen it. But Cherry inside the 5 to the 4, maybe 3.5-yard line. And he's going to get a well-deserved rest. Caleb Bryant heads in at running back for the Pioneers. Parsons takes the snap, gives to Bryant. Bryant up the left side, gain of maybe 1. Ball's going to be down at the 3-yard line. Parsons looks to the sideline. Still looking at his sideline. Pioneers late getting the play call in. Play clock down to 15. Parsons still staring at his sideline. Gets his offense set. Clock under 10. Takes a snap. Fakes it to Bryant. Keeps it himself. And this time stood up at the 1-yard line. Parsons has been so effective on the ground, and he pops right back up from a hard hit. Parsons a tough kid. Not big in stature. You talk to the coaches at the Pioneers, especially Coach Whitney Rodden, the strength and conditioning coach. He's a warrior in the weight room, leader on the team, and man, he just took a big hit at the 1-yard line, pops right back up. It's 4th and goal from the 2. Pioneers going for it, trying to make this a 2-touchdown lead. Motion, fakes the handoff. Pioneers not on the same page, and Parsons gobbled up in the backfield. Adrian Parsons turned over his left shoulder as if to hand it off to his tailback. Tailback went the other way. So a broken play on 4th and goal is going to put the ball back in the hands of Cooper Brown and the Spartan offense. Pioneers defense got to come up with another stop with under 8 minutes to go in the game, leading by just 1 score. We're going to take another injury timeout. It looks like a Spartan is down at the 2-yard line. We'll let the training staff do their work, and we'll be back on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. So Missouri Baptist comes up with the goal line stand, and they're going to take over with the ball at the 2-yard line. Give up the middle is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Excuse me, their line of scrimmage all the way out toward the 4-yard line. But no gain on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Under 7.5 minutes to go, trailing by a score. Although the wind and rain have died down a bit here. Brown skips a ball intended for Tyler Watson. Incomplete. It's 3rd and 10 from their own 4. Big opportunity for the Pioneer defense. Come up with a stop, regain possession with great field position, and a need to go up 2 scores. Morrison, the running back, takes the handoff, makes a man miss, gets outside, picks up a couple. Well, it's still going to be 4th and at least 6, and sends the punt unit on for Missouri Baptist. Maxwell Weber forces Morrison out of bounds. And the Pioneers going to send Devin Andrews back to receive the punt. He's standing at the Spartan 45-yard line. Pioneers are going to go after this punt. Not a lot of room. They choose to play it conservatively. Maybe a good decision. Ball's going to come to rest out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Pioneers good field position. 6:19 to go in the game, up by 7. The chance to put this thing away. This is a 1-6 Missouri Baptist club, but have played some very competitive games in their first season playing football in the Heart of America Conference, South Division. Pioneers 6-2 on the year, been receiving votes in the national polls at one point. Quarterback Adrian Parsons, a 2-time Heart Conference Player of the Week award winner, has his offense on the move once again. This team averages 30 points a game. They've got 28 of them already. Gives to Bryant, and Caleb Bryant picks up 6 on first down.
Caleb Bryant, the ball carrier, tackle made by number 48, Brady Davis. 2nd and 5.
Pioneers may be content to slow their pace a bit. A very fast-paced offensive team, but a little bit more deliberate now with the lead and clock under 6 minutes to go. Keeping the ball on the ground, taking the entire play clock between each snap. Well, Parsons is still in shotgun. Hadn't taken a snap under center all night, maybe all year. Hands off up the middle. Some running room. Caleb Bryant breaks another tackle all the way inside to the 20-yard line. Bryant very patient running that time. Stayed behind his blocks, made a couple guys miss, and takes it all the way into the red zone for the Pioneers. Or just about. Ball's going to be spotted at the 22. Clock ticks under 5 minutes now. Five seconds on the play clock. Pioneers doing a nice job milking that clock. The give is to Sean Cherry. Cherry busted out left side, and he's going to pick up 9. There's some discussion after the play. I'm not sure if Missouri Baptist thought Cherry fumbled. He was clearly down. Or if it's just the extracurriculars, or if we have another injury. We got a timeout. Clock stopped. And it's an injury timeout. So there's a Pioneer slow to get up. I think it is Cherry. It is. So ball carrier Sean Cherry, who's had a heck of a game, several explosive runs, shaken up. And he's gingerly walking off the field. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 from their 13-yard line. 4:15 to go in the game. Cherry has exited, looked to be a bit hobbled, so Caleb Bryant back up in the backfield. And snap was fumbled. Parsons picks it up, and he's going to run himself. Slides down right at the sticks. Was hit as he slid. I'll be fair, that's the same play that happened in front of the Pioneer bench when Cooper Brown slid and was hit, and no flag was thrown either time, so fair's fair. Dangerous play to hit a defenseless quarterback on a slide. Both teams have stayed aggressive in that same spot. Parsons slid just short of the stick, so it's 3rd and inches. Menifee goes in motion. Handoff up the gut. Cherry back in the ball game, picks up the first down.
Ball carried on the play by number 0, Sean Cherry. Tackle on the play made by number 44, Blake Kite.
Blake Kite in on the tackle for Missouri Baptist, but that's a Pioneer first down, and that clock keeps ticking inside of 3 minutes.
First and goal from the 8-yard line.
Missouri Baptist does have all 3 timeouts. They'd like to have them for offense, should they be able to come up with a stop. But at this point, if the Pioneers are able to punch one in, the game's all but over. Got to think a timeout's coming after this snap. Parsons, hand off to Cherry. He's met in the backfield and tackled at the 10-yard line, and there's the timeout from Missouri Baptist.
Ball carried on the play by number 0, Sean Cherry.
The clock's going to stop with 2:24 to go, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line when we come back. MNUsports.com. Second and goal from the 10-yard line after the timeout from Missouri Baptist. Fake the jet sweep, gives to Cherry up the middle, and he's going to pick up a couple. Timeout again. Stops the clock with 2:16 to go. It will be 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. The 9-yard line, it looks.
Special thanks to Dr. Brickman and his staff at Olathe Eye Care for supporting MNU Athletics and bringing us the Good Vision Play of the Game. Special thanks to Kendall, Pearl, and Picklemans for their support of MNU Athletics and for bringing you the Picklemans Player of the Game at each MNU sporting event. Check out MNUsports.com for all your Pioneer athletic needs. Be sure to like and follow our social media at MNU Sports on Twitter, MNU Athletics on Instagram, and connect with fans at the MNU Athletics Facebook fan page. All this plus game photo galleries, live stats, and more available at MNUsports.com. Third and goal from the 8-yard line.
Third and goal from the 8-yard line. It's Cherry in the backfield with Parsons. 2 receivers set, couple of tight ends in for the Pioneer offense. Parsons gives to Cherry going right side. He's going backwards and tripped up. Late hit. Couple of flags on the play. Initial flag came in as Cherry was tackled around the 14-yard line. I'm not sure if they're going to call tripping. From my view, it almost looked like Cherry was tripped up by his own offensive lineman who went down. But then well after the play, a Spartan comes in late. Although he's claiming he was pushed. So lots to discuss for the officials, because should this be a first down for the Pioneers due to a penalty, that's the ball game. They can kneel it out. And it is. So there was a holding penalty on the Pioneers. However, after the play was over, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, late hit on Missouri Baptist. That's an automatic first down and half the distance to the goal. And that's going to all but do it. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the game, and the Pioneers can just lay on this football and go home with a victory. A fresh set of downs, first and goal from the 10-yard line. Big penalties from both groups, really, have been a story here in the second half. Clock runs. I believe the scoreboard showing Missouri Baptist has 2 timeouts left. I'm almost certain they only have 1. The scoreboard in the stadium, I should say, it looks to be correct on the screen. Parsons takes a snap, hands it to Cherry. Cherry makes a man miss. He's going to go down. The ball came out. The ball came out, and I think the Pioneers were able to get back on it at the 15-yard line. I'm not sure. The Pioneers are still running offense, and that's dangerous. That's exactly why, as Sean Cherry puts it on the turf, and there were Spartans in the area, but offensive lineman hops on it, and Pioneers are going to keep possession. 1:32 to go in the ball game. See if the Pioneers continue to run offense, or if they'll just kneel the clock out. That was the final timeout from Missouri Baptist. And getting word from the head referee, they're going to reset the game clock to 1:36. The Missouri Baptist out of timeouts. Pioneers lead at 28-21. Clock going to be reset to 1:36, and Pioneers are in victory formation. They've got a receiver 20 yards deep in the backfield, and Parsons is going to take the snap and take a knee. You've got to imagine a couple of times, and we'll get out of here with a victory. There's kneel down number 1. Pioneers got to be careful here that they don't get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Stop the clock. There's just a touch of early celebration going on, but it is 3rd down, a minute to go in the ball game, under 10 on the play clock. They're going to milk it all the way down to 1, and Parsons takes a knee. So it's going to be 4th down, and there's about a 10-second difference between game clock and play clock. And I'm wondering if Coach Hanson's going to take a timeout when this play clock gets down to 1, or if we're going to give Missouri Baptist the ball back with 10 seconds to operate. We'll see. I got to imagine a timeout's coming and we'll run a play. There it is. So timeout Pioneers, 11 seconds to go in the ball game. It's 4th down. And Pioneers are going to run one more play. You'd think under normal circumstances maybe you kick a field goal here, but given how tumultuous the kicking game has been with the rain, the issues getting a snap down, both teams have struggled mightily on special teams. So you got to think kicking is off the table. You run some type of play, either looking to get in the end zone or take as much time off the clock before going down as you can. So last play of the game, likely, unless it's a quick stop from the Spartan defense and they have an opportunity to answer on offense. We'll see. Pioneers look to be in victory formation once again. They have one man deep, 20 yards deep in the backfield. Parsons under center. Takes the snap and is going to be sacked. That was kind of a dangerous play as Parsons went backwards about 10 yards and got hit on his blind side. Could have, give him credit. He held on to the football, but got hit from the blind side with really no one blocking. Could have been a fumble coming, and it wasn't. So Parsons takes the sack, takes 6 seconds off the clock, and Missouri Baptist will have one final play. Very interesting 4th down play from the Pioneers, but it's 28-21 lead, 5 seconds to go in the game. Missouri Baptist out of timeouts. This should be the final play. Brown takes the snap, looking to throw a quick screen pass, and it's going to be incomplete with 1 second left on the clock. So Missouri Baptist will get one more shot as Brown was hit, went down, is grabbing at his shoulder. Looks like he's going to stay in for what will definitely be the final play of the game, unless there's a defensive penalty. This game just refuses to die. Got started late due to lightning and has grinded to a halt here in the second half due to the penalties. Brown takes a snap, throws a quick screen out. Going to see the razzle-dazzle. The pitch back is fumbled and picked up by the Pioneer defense, and that's going to do it. So your Pioneers on Senior Day here at ODAC come away with a win against Missouri Baptist 28-21. Big performances from Adrian Parsons and Sean Cherry. Couple of touchdown passes, one caught by Arlondis Mitchell, another from E.J. Rogers. Touchdown runs from Parsons and Cherry cap off the Pioneers scoring in a 28-21 win here in Olathe. Thanks for tuning in on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube.